Hello viewers, I am Reaperjolt and welcome to another video. Today, I am finally burnt out of playing Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I haven't played since I did the Christmas special, and the reason for that is because I was actually working on this second, or rather third account here. This is the one where I had to play through the entire game with only New World equipment. This includes my palico, this also includes just what I wear, this also includes the weapon. It wasn't hard, it was just pretty challenging to work with most of the armors, considering how limited some of the good ones are. Now, this is the same type of playthrough that I plan on doing for Monster Hunter Rise, but the only exception I made to this game is that I decided to use mix sets. So allow me to show you what I got going here. My palico is wearing Ruiner Nurg armor. I reached MR 100 and got some Ruiner Charge Blade and stuff, because that stuff is pretty good. So when I started this whole playthrough, I started with basically no armor. My only armor that I farmed at the time was the Jagras pieces here, the Jagras armor. Then I went straight to farming Anjanath for just the arms and coil. Let me actually show you here. I actually had, I don't even have this in a loadout. This is basically what I used throughout low rank. At least the late game of low rank. These were just the skills that it came with. This was the set that I decided to use in high rank. I farmed the Otogaron gear and used the Dodogama coil because it was an easy access to artillery at the time. The Otogaron armor was just there for some crit as well as some other things. And then I decided to go with the Nergigante armor in a high rank late game so that it can at least carry me through some of master rank. This set I started to get as soon as I reached master rank. As soon as I beat Biototus in that one quest, I started to farm for Dodogama pieces, helmet here, the Radaban helmet, and then the Bombaro Vambraces, because those come with offensive guard and health boost, I think. Let me actually check. Yeah, they do. This build here, this was mostly just for the Savage Axe playstyle, which actually wasn't helping me much through the mid-game, but I was able to make do with it, especially against Seething Basilgoose, when I actually got to that quest, which was actually pretty easy with this. Next, I just went ahead and made full acidic Glavenus gear. This is because I made that rule where new subspecies of older monsters do count as new monsters in the generation or game that they are introduced in. So that's why I sort of had this here. And of course, I made a convenient set. This was just to beat the game with. It's not anything too special. Then I made the second one, which sort of had me play a little bit of both artillery and the Savage Axe. And then this one I decided to mine the Guiding Lance quite a bit with. Now this is my late game build that I just sort of made. This is the build that I sort of used throughout most of the end game. 3-piece Zora and 2-piece Frostfang, because Frostfang Barioth, just like Acidic Glavenus, is new to this game. Therefore, he's new to the generation and he's a New World monster, which sort of counted for this playthrough. The next armor I decided to make was actually involving more of Frostfang's gear and some of Velkhana's gear, because this was the armor set that I decided to try and take Safi with, and then of course I got a Safi Charge Blade to use against him. Now I was going to farm more of Safi, but I started to lose a lot of motivation to play the game, so this is where I just sort of stopped, and that's why I'm making this video. I'm actually doing this same type of playthrough with GU right now, and after I've done everything I want to do in that game, I'll show you that as well. But for now, I'm just showing you what I've got here. I have not done any of the special assignments. I haven't done Elatrion, I haven't done anything. Like, there's a ton of people I have to talk to for special assignments, but I just don't want to do them at all, because I just don't have the motivation to, and a lot of the special assignments aren't even all that useful to me. I know I could fight Fatalis or something, but if I can't get his gear, there's no point, and even then, after you beat him, there's not much to really go after, aside from maybe Arc-Tempered Velkhana, which is ridiculously hard, by the way. I have come to a point where Monster Hunter World, I've played this game so much in so many of my challenges. The only time I'm going to play this game again is when I do the Slinger and Clutch Claw only challenge. The challenge that has been voted on and requested and probably delayed for the longest time now, because I was trying to stream the challenge at one point and it just wasn't working. So I'm gonna have to do that challenge pretty much off stream, unfortunately, because my CPU is not good enough to run both Monster Hunter World on the PC and Streamlabs OBS, which I'd be streaming the game with. I have no idea if I'll ever come back, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I love Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. I just, I've come to a point where I have burnt out pretty much completely. The new challenge I'm gonna do is gonna be exciting, but after I do that challenge, I don't really see myself coming back to this game. I might come back at some point later to do a special roulette challenge or something, or fight a monster that's not gonna be in any of the future games, but who knows? I don't know. My time with this game has been a blast for the many years that I've been playing it, and, well, many years, as in the past 3 years, because this game has only been out for 3 years. I'm sure there's a lot of new players that are still just trying to get through this game, and I'm sure they're gonna have a blast with it, because Iceborne, Monster Hunter World, it's just a good game overall, and I would recommend it to anyone who wants to get into Monster Hunter for the first time, especially since this is one of the more user-friendly Monster Hunter games. And I'm absolutely sure that Monster Hunter Rise will be even more user-friendly, in my opinion. So that's really it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is just something I've wanted to show you. I'm really burnt out of this game, but I'm also pretty happy with my progress. I would have liked to get Safi Jiva's armor, because that pretty much is my only endgame at this point with this profile, because it's a New World monster, therefore New World equipment only. But I just lost the motivation to do it, so... and there's not really a point anymore. So thank you guys very much for watching. Consider liking the video and consider subscribing, as I make Monster Hunter content pretty much every week. And with that, be kind to one another, and have a most wonderful day.